Something's gotten into him.
Sometimes everything glows with a different kind of light.
Deep into him.
What are you telling me? That we killed someone last night?
Something bad. Brain damage.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to touch on a specific 80s horror movie which I just saw for the first time recently on the streaming service Tubi. 80s film called Brain Damage. Right off the bat, let me just give you a brief synopsis of what the movie's about. A young man discovers that a disgusting parasite has attached itself to his brainstem. He becomes addicted to the psychedelic euphoria it produces, but in return, he must feed it human victims. It's all that in a bag of chips. I mean, this is as 80s splatterhouse, raunchy, trashy, all the compliments you can give this film. Like the synopsis says, we have this young man, Joe Schmo, who suddenly one day has this slug parasite attached to him, and he starts seeing these colors, these euphoric visions, and it's to the audience, it's pretty memorizing. It's really captivating in a sense. I know that's kind of a high compliment, being a low budget horror movie. Now the film's directed by Frank Henenlotter, which I think a lot of you got horror fans out there have heard of. Frank Henenlotter. The movie came out in 1988, and yeah, like I said, we're on this journey with this guy. He's freaking out, but he's also, hypnotized by this thing. This thing is attached to the back of his head, and it is feeding him this liquid. And in return, this slug, this parasite, wants human victims. And it's such a transition with this guy that, you ultimately are invested in the movie already. You're sucked into this little situation he's in, and it makes the movie all that exciting. He also has he has a roommate, he has a girlfriend. Overnight, he becomes this different person, and we see him do these, odd little things like have locks on his door. He has buckets of water in his room. Now, all this all these changes are for this parasite. I like that the film just doesn't jump into the gore, the blood, the kills. It sets up nicely in a way that I can appreciate, because when I watch a film, I want to know the story right away. I want some character development right away. I want obviously the characters, to know them, to get a sense of what their personalities are like. And this guy we're stuck with, Brian, he's just an average guy, and he has a girlfriend, and she's head over heels for him, and this thing takes over his body. As I was watching the film, I got a sense of some metaphors along the way. Brian becomes more and more addicted to this liquid that he's being fed. It brings him adrenaline, and this thing needs, human brains. So he comes in contact with these random people, and he gets himself in trouble, and this thing will latch itself onto its victims and kill them. And I was laughing. I was laughing at some moments of the movie. You have to remind yourself, this is an 80s movie. You can easily turn it off and forget about it, but something about it has you glued to the TV. See this thing on, till the very end. I gotta give a big compliment to the music, the score in this movie. There's like an 80s aura to the music that I really dig. There is one scene where Brian ends up in a nightclub, and there is some music that is hypnotizing. Made the atmosphere in that particular scene vibrant. So like I had mentioned, Brian has a girlfriend, and she and his roommate, they are very close with one another, and they're very worried about Brian. And it gets to the point where they find out that he has this thing. He may be killing, Brian may be killing people, and there is a life or death situation that happens. The roommate falls for his girlfriend, they hook up, and it's a messy situation, but it adds a little bit of depth to what's going on in Brain Damage. After viewing the film, I thought back to films like Reanimator, maybe some Evil Dead, some others I can think of, maybe Ghoulies or Basket Case. In any sense, this movie stands out on its own. I think that Brain Damage is a step above those movies, and that's a good compliment right there. We do get a backstory of this parasite. It's very interesting, but the other characters involved in that subplot, they don't do a very good job with their acting skills. It's laughable, but it ties itself in to this main story with Brian and this slug. I don't believe there's a sequel. This is one film I'm gonna remember, and I sort of want to do my research and see more films from the director of Brain Damage. Guys, the movie's on Tubi right now. If you have the time, seek it out, watch it, let me know what you think. My final grade for Brain Damage is a B. Guys, thank you so very much for watching. Stay tuned for more content. Do you guys want to see more content like this? I know this is out of the blue, but yeah, I really appreciate horror movies. Yeah, just see you guys very soon. Take care. Folks, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helps out in the long run. Darkroom Reviews, it's the place you should be subscribed to. Join the channel. It's free.